Hey guys, sorry I'm a little bit late. Sorry. It's that feeling when you have a session with someone just amazing, you can't get off the session and you can't stop smiling. So, sorry. All right, welcome to my channel. My name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. If this is your first time finding me, first time joining me, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. So, let me just shuffle the cards. I had asked this this energy, the collective energy and Pisces energy, what this reading was going to be about. And it's a very beautiful message, to be honest. Are you ready for this kind of love? Are you ready? You know, there's something coming your way. The path first needs to be cleared. And sometimes the process of clearing that path can be a very scary one, can be something that is very challenging because we don't know what's going on. And it's really just that. It's our resistance to the unknown. But if all you've known is hurt, all you've known is suffering, pain, disappointment, what's so good about what you already know, right? You should begin allowing yourself permission to explore the unknown. And that's what's happening right now. We're giving ourselves permission to acknowledge there's permission needing to be given to explore the unknown. And no one can force you into this, okay? Just get these cards ready. No one can force you into this. This is something you're gonna have to decide for yourself. Okay. Makes sense. It makes sense. Ooh, Boogie Oogie. I knew you were here. I was like, ooh, Boogie Oogie is here. I so felt you. Okay. Okay, guys, let's get started with this. It's time for you to dive very, very deep into the waters of your truth. It's time for you to enter the deep trenches within your heart's oceans and dive deep, deep into those trenches. Truths are coming up. You have to stop confining yourself to the shallows, to the tide pools. There's nothing there that's going to sustain you. For some of us, this has to do with a romantic connection with someone else. If you are in a relationship, dating, whatever it is, and you want so badly for this to work, but there's something in you that's like, I just don't want to be bothered right now, then it's not a sustainable thing. It's a very shallow type of connection. Allow yourself to release your obligation to stay connected to something that no longer serves you, that maybe has never served you. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm telling you to end a relationship. It means I'm asking you to find it within yourself, to ask the question of, is this serving me? Is this something that maybe I'm just accustomed to running off? Pisces, we're a little bit fickle like that. We have a tendency to just disappear. I do that a lot. I disappear just out of nowhere. I'm gone. And that kind of needs to stop. We have to pause before we run off and see, is this a connection that's going to grow me? Not, is this a connection that's going to be lifelong? We don't know how long we live. Who cares about that lifelong stuff? Is this a connection that's going to grow me for as long as we're connected? And if it is, then it's something you have to allow yourself to explore just a little bit more, okay? Card number 24. Pisces has this thing, this fear of being hurt. Forgive me, Pisces. You hurt yourself the most. The one that's most guilty of hurting you, Pisces, is yourself. So what exactly are you protecting yourself from? From your growth. A lot of Pisces avoid circumstance and individuals because it's uncomfortable, because it's something where we know we can't be just flitting around, and there's going to be some really deep, real, meaningful connections. And if we're not ready to tap into that, It's scary, so we swim off. That's kind of what Pisces does. So, are you swimming off because there's actual danger of being hurt, or are you recognizing this is a deep connection? It's going to make me very uncomfortable. I'm probably going to end up hurting in some way because I need to look at my behaviors, look at who I've become, look at the types of decisions I make. This person can really, really see beyond that, like, sugary, sweet, really flirtatious layer that Pisces has slathered all over. Pisces, let's face it, we do have that layer where it's really super sweet, it's very charming, it's very hot, and we kind of just use that to hide behind. It's just like, well, I'm just going to flirt with you until you stop wanting to see the real me. And then when you're done, I'm just going to swim away. I'm just going to swim away because I'm done playing with you now. That's what Pisces has a habit of doing. Not all Pisces, but many Pisces. Okay. And that's a self-preservation type of tactic because you're afraid of your growth. You're afraid of who you're going to become, what you're going to find. It's a fear-based behavior. Are you wanting to continue to exist in a state of fear? Because if you're not, you're going to need to really look at your behaviors and see what needs to be adjusted, what you need to kind of see within yourself to better understand yourself. So card number 15, Elixir of Life. Pisces, there it is. You're needing to just breathe in your essence, you know? You're needing to just breathe in your essence and allow yourself to be who you are. Recognize who you are, really breathe it in. You're not a stink flower. You are a delicious blossom with the sweetest scent. And you've been afraid of yourself for far too long, okay? Far too long. Well, moms be knowing, Boogie Woogie. Moms be knowing something. I don't know what they know, but I will share this with you because you say, at this point, I just need a sperm donor. That's what my mom said anyway. I have a lot of children, and so my mom said to me one year, would you let other people have a chance at having a kid? You don't need any more. She said, I don't need any more. And to stop being so competitive. I don't have to have more children than everyone I know. Like, damn, straight to the heart. Card number 20. Oh, card number 20. Under my umbrella. This is kind of where you want to stay, under some sort of umbrella. No. Allow the rain, the storm of your life, the storm of your thoughts to wash away that which no longer serves you. It doesn't serve you. You've been asking your higher self to go ahead and hold this umbrella over you so you don't get wet. You a water bird. You a water bird. Allow yourself to play in your own truth, okay? Allow yourself to play in your own truth. Asleen, the point is, you a trick ass bitch. You out. There you go. There you go. So here goes. Card number 33, blossoming. You have to allow yourself to blossom. Okay. Allow yourself to hear the song of your heart and really, really begin blossoming. Allow yourself to blossom. Don't be so afraid of other people being judgmental. Just like you saw right there, Pisces, there will never be a shortage of trick-ass hoes who will try and dominate you, who will try and demand from you the things that they don't deserve. You have every right, reason, and power to be like, trick-ass bitch, you out. And she's out. There's nothing she can do to stop that. Because Pisces, I'm one of you. I have the power to cultivate my environment. And if it's going to be an environment that doesn't support your growth, get those bitches out. Get them out. Get them out. The fact is, you have a certain way about you, Pisces. Your presence is always felt. The moment someone connects with you, the moment someone recognizes the gravity of you, they will never forget you, ever, their entire life. No matter how long you're together, as friends, romantic, whatever it is, no matter how it ends, they will always find themselves at some point during that year, that month, that week, whatever it is, they will find themselves looking back at you. Yes, that's a fact. That is a fact. This is not being said out of ego. This is being said out of an unfearful truth. I am not afraid to speak truth. You know how unafraid I am of speaking truth? Asleen, I probably give you the messages you can't find from someone else, but you too fucking cheap to compensate me for my time, and so you want to treat a general reading as though it's for you and demand your way. No, bitch, that's not how it works. Nope. That's how unafraid I am of speaking truth. I know my value. I know what I offer. Do I think I'm better than everyone else? No, I don't. I stay in my lane. I maintain my lane, and that's what you need to do, Pisces. This is not about you comparing yourself to someone else. This is not about you letting other people swerve into your lane. This is about you maintaining your space and recognizing this is my lane. You want to fuck around? We can fuck around. But I'm going to stay in my lane. The moment you come into my lane, we're going to do it my way. Okay, it's not about trying to dominate someone else. It's not about going in someone else's lane and telling them what to do. No, Pisces, you stay in your lane so you can dominate your own lane. This is just like when people get all mad because their foot got stepped on. I stepped on my toe. Bitch, I stay in my own lane. What the fuck is your toe doing in my lane? You don't want your toe stepped on? Don't put it in my lane. The people who complain about you stepping on their toes are the very motherfuckers that put their feet out to trip you. Bitch, how's your toe feel? How does that toe feel? Your pinky toe don't like you either. What now? Okay, what now? All right. Find your center. Your center is within you. It's not within someone else. And these are the things, the bullshit that needs to be cleared. This is the exact shit that needs to be cleared, okay? It needs to be cleared away. So whatever this love is that's coming towards you, the type of love that you have yet to experience, and it could be romantic, it could be friendship, it can be the finding of another mother figure to have that kind of interaction that you craved since childhood, and for whatever reason you haven't been able to establish for yourself. This is a center point, okay? This is the part of your journey where you're no longer wasting your time apologizing for existence. Did that make sense? You're no longer wasting your time apologizing for existing. Pisces, if you are too bashful to say it, I'll say it for you. We are so sick and fucking tired of people forcing us to apologize and feel badly for being who we are. If you can't stand the depth of a Pisces, get the fuck out of our water. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. This was going to be a nice, civil little reading, but no, now I'm challenged to just speak my truth, laid out there like naked ass titties. Lay it out there, let the cha-chas out. I don't give a shit. They're saggy. If you don't like it, look somewhere else. Okay? My bosom was not created to entertain you. It was created for sustenance, nourishment. That's what my truth is. My bosom contains my truth. And if you don't like the fact that my truth within my bosom is aged, then go to someone who doesn't want to speak truth and wants to exist superficially. Okay? An elder woman has gravity affected bosoms. Thank you, Marcy. Thank you. But yeah, no, embrace yourself as you are. Embrace yourself as you are. Okay? Yeah. They're saggy. They're kind of crooked. I breastfed for 9 years. That's okay. They served their purpose. They nourished my truth, and my truth are my children. Do I have to be apologetic? Do I have to put on a show? No, I don't. I don't. Okay? I don't. You don't. Whoever tells you that you need to put on a show, they don't love you. They don't love you. They love the novelty of you because everybody loves the novelty of a Pisces. Everybody. That's not my problem. That's not my problem because I'm not a novelty. I'm a sovereign. I'm a sovereign. I'm not going to play this game with you. Okay? I'm not going to play this game with you. Your truth is going to cause friction. You know, the best way to clear things out is by using that elbow grease, using friction to wear away the blockages. Okay? If you have pots and pans that are crusted with food, are you going to clear that away by like, it's okay, it's okay, you're love and light. I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to go ahead and say beautiful things to you. I'm going to encourage. No, you use that elbow grease. So Pisces, that's our handshake. That's how you know you. What's up, Pisces? We gonna clear that shit out today. We gonna soak that bitch and clear it out. I'm just saying, friction. Friction sometimes is necessary. That's okay. All right? That's okay. If they didn't want that friction, then they shouldn't have been all crusted in your pot anyways. Know what I'm saying? Card number 22, wisdom. Okay. Allow the things you've experienced in life, because Pisces has a tendency to have experienced quite a bit in life. Speaking from experience. Pisces, allow the things that you've experienced in life to mature, to ripen. This is your wisdom. Wisdom is knowledge put into action. It is a knowledge that was allowed to fully ripen to its greatest level of sweetness and then put into action. So, in particular, I want to be very, very clear about what this card is saying, okay? Pisces, if you've been through a lot of shit in life, stop being ashamed for having a human experience. The people who would shame you for making the wrong decision, always fucking up, all of those things, those are fake ass people. Okay? Those are the people who bend over backwards trying to put on a show, failing to realize nobody gives a shit, nobody's watching you. Okay? Pisces, a lot of people watch you. A lot of people give a shit about what you're saying, what you're doing. Why is that? Why is that? Because at some level, every single last one of us, Pisces, we are seen and felt as some sort of spiritual guide, spiritual leader. Okay? So they look to see where you're headed. They look to see where your mind is going. And for those who can't stand that they have not reached your level of understanding yourself, and this has nothing to do with you acknowledging that you understand yourself. For the people who recognize you've reached a certain level of spiritual growth, it really offends them that they're not where you are. And so they're going to try and tear you down. They're going to try and bring up things that happened in the past to somehow make it seem like all you are is a fuck up. Well, if all I am is a fuck up, why are you paying so much attention to me? Why are you wasting so much of your time, energy, and focus on fuck up little me? Because you understand. You understand for whatever reason, I'm the competition. I'm that benchmark of spiritual success. And that's why you keep comparing yourself to me. Pisces, this is the truth. This is the truth. I'm not saying we're above everyone else. I'm saying there's quite a few people in Pisces' life that keeps pushing us up and then asking, why are you all the way up there? Because motherfucker, you keep pushing me up. I just wanted to sit in my lane, drive my little car, and go back to my little house. But you keep trying to pull me over and put my ass on a pedestal. And now you're mad that I'm somehow above you. You put me on there. I didn't put myself on there. I'm a Pisces. I'm too fucking lazy to be building pedestals. I'm just saying. If you're on a pedestal and people are like, you're on a pedestal, you think, no, you put me there. You put me there. I wasn't trying to be no leader. I wasn't trying to be no leader. I wasn't trying to say I'm better than you. I'm just like, hey, some stuff's going on in my life. Let me just keep swimming. I'm just gonna keep on swimming, keep on swimming. And then they get mad at Pisces because we just keep swimming. It's like, yo, is it really your problem, Pisces? No. All of that bullshit is not yours. It needs to be cleared out. So whatever this new love or whatever, it gets to you. It gets delivered directly to you, is very gently placed on the doorstep of the door to your heart. It's a beautiful time. This is a very beautiful time, Pisces. With all the upheaval in the world, we are in our element of chaos. This is still like home to us. Okay, it's still like home to us. You lost your job? Okay, no big deal. There'll be another job. You're about to lose your home? That's okay. There's some CARE Act stuff that they say they can't do that to you right now. By the time that CARE Act stuff is done, we'll have found a solution. Don't worry about it. We'll figure it out. It's a lot of stuff that most people would totally crumble under the pressure of. Not a Pisces. Not a Pisces. You try and crumble something in a body of water, all you get is buoyancy, or they sink to the bottom. And it's not necessarily that you have a fear of drowning, because you can't drown in your own water. You really, really can't. So go ahead and do your thing. Just do your thing, be yourself, and that's that. So card number 51, to the moon and back. Love yourself to the moon and back. Just love yourself. Accept yourself as you are, okay? Accept yourself as you are. No matter what other people say, don't let it rock you. Don't. You have your masculine and your feminine aspects, and they're talking to you. They come from your heart space, and they are guiding you back to your peaceful place of center. No one gets to trigger you without you first handing them your gun. Ooh, 22 minutes, 22 seconds. Let that statement sink in. No one gets to trigger you without you first handing them your gun. Don't hand it over. Don't hand it over. There will be people in the comments who will try and say things to try and trip me up and trigger me. And I'm sorry, honey, you're not that important to me. Your opinion, just like an asshole, everyone has one. Don't bother me. I'm busy focusing on what I'm here to do, delivering messages, allowing things that I see to be the very things that serve as an impetus for the conversations that need to be expressed right now. These are things you're probably already conversing with your soul about, but you don't have yet the courage to allow yourself to trust yourself. And all I am is a spokesperson for your soul. Hey, we're already having these conversations. Now we're making this girl say this stuff to you too. Just so you know, you're not crazy. Let us talk in private. Let us really talk about our path, our life, what we've been through, what those things were trying to help us learn, what those logs in our road were meant to do. They were meant to serve as steps to rise you up higher, raise you higher, okay? That's all it is. That's all it is. Process of you rising. And a part of that rise is letting go of the unnecessary weight that you carry, the weight of other people's opinions, expectations, and just flat out fucking stupidity. Yo, for those of you that come into my live and don't really know who I am, yes, I'm a Pisces, but I also got a Capricorn moon. So if you want to be assholish, we can play that shit all day. I have none of that shit allowed into my space. I'll play that shit with you all day. It's fine with me. No big deal. It's very hard to offend me. I'm just saying, waste your time on someone else. Waste your time on someone else. Because right now, what I'm focused on is conversing with the people who are here to actually hear what their souls are asking me to share. That's all I'm focused on. That's all I want to be paying attention to. So let's get you guys another message. All right, guys. This is some shit. Pisces. Ooh, everything's upside down. 83% at 1111. 831111. 8 plus 3 is 11. 11, 11, 11. Well, there you go. Some shit's happening. There's some shit happening. So 7 of Wands in reverse, frustrations, you're able to overcome your frustration. You're on top of the situation. In reverse, this is telling me there is no frustration. This is just a time for you to consciously admit to yourself the insanity, the chaos, that's home to us. This is what we know. This is what we're used to. It's not what we want, but this is what we're used to. Okay? So it's no big deal. We're not intimidated. We're not frustrated. We just need to figure out which direction we need to go, what we need to get rid of, and what we need to allow in. Okay? 8 of Wands in reverse, speedy news or situation coming, arrows of love. Whatever this love is, whoever this is, they're taking their time. They're taking their time. This is not something they're just going to jump into. If you're waiting for someone to reach out, someone to message, someone to this or that, they're contemplating quite a bit, because Pisces, they're recognizing the gravity of your rise. Whether you are acknowledging how much you're growing in this period, other people are noticing it. Other people are absolutely noticing it, and it's intimidating. Okay? I know you're probably not intending to be intimidating, but it is. It is. And the people, whoever it is that wants to come offering you love, and they're taking their time and they're intimidated, this is because they understand the value of you. They don't want to mess this up. They don't want to, come in half-cocked when you need someone who arrives with both guns blazing, okay? They need to have both guns blazing, and maybe they put another firearm on layaway or some shit, and they need to still make a few payments before they can bring that gun home. All I know is the feeling that I'm being given, whoever this is that keeps hesitating to come forward, it's because when they finally do come forward, they want to make sure it's the right way, where they have a solid chance of you being willing to hear them out, you being open to allow them back in and begin learning each other again, or learning each other for the first time. And again, this might not need to be something that's romantic. This can be a type of love that's a friendship. This can be a type of love that gives you a chance to heal the wounds of the inner child. Many of us didn't get the kind of relationship we wanted and needed from our parents. Okay, our parents are just regular people. Our expectations of them, no matter how good a parent, how bad a parent, our expectations of them are often not realistic. And so because we have an unfair, unrealistic expectation of this regular human being, we grow up with disappointment, a sense of being let down, a sense of not being loved enough, because we have all these movies programming us to believe in the most asinine bullshit about relationships. Well, he doesn't love me if he doesn't bring me flowers every day. That's a fucking waste of money. Flowers aren't cheap. Flowers aren't cheap. Why do you need to be catered to in that way? You know what I'm saying? Because the things that we're exposed to day in and day out through movies, books, our perception, that happens to be heavily distorted. The things we're exposed to create some sense of expectation that's just, it adds to our sense of disappointment. Okay? It adds to our sense of disappointment. By society's standards, my husband, who is so fucking amazing, he'd be a horrible husband because he never brings me flowers and he doesn't buy me jewelry. Well, because years ago I told him, stop doing that. I'm not that kind of girl. I don't wear jewelry. Why buy me jewelry? I don't wear it. And when you cut flowers, you're killing it. Let it live. Give me a fresh one, like, in a pot. I'll take care of it. I'll carry it with me. And that's the thing, though. If I allowed myself to partake in that programming, I'd be like, he's a shitty husband. He doesn't take me out on dates. He doesn't buy me flowers. Well, I don't like to go out on dates. I like to be around my children. And he lets me be me. He lets me be me. Instead of being the kind of man who's like, oh, you don't give me no attention. You're always taking care of the kids. He's the kind of man that's like, I love how you take care of our kids. I just love that. I love the way you take care of our kids. I love him. Oh, what kind of jewelry, girl? What kind? Send me a picture of your jewelry, not body parts. Boogie, I know you wouldn't send me a picture of your body parts, but it's for whoever was listening to that and they're like, she wants some pictures. No. I don't want pictures of you. All right. 4 of Wands in reverse, happy home, possible country setting. In reverse. In reverse. I'm about to go off on that card. Let me get the loss of tranquility, unfulfilled romance, insecurity, tarnished beauty, and complete happiness. Now, does this apply to you? Does this apply to you? How does it apply to you? Because someone else did this, or because you empowered someone else to do this? That's a very serious question you have to ask yourself. You don't have to answer in the comments, but this is a very serious question you have to ask yourself. Am I the type of person that believes other people are doing these things to me and I'm just helpless and hopeless and someone needs to save me? Or do you recognize, you know what, I put up with that bullshit. I overly took care of someone and got them accustomed to me going out of my way for them, and they don't ever do anything for me. And now they expect that. And because I'm taking care of myself and making myself a priority, all of a sudden I'm an asshole. Is that something you cultivated? Because I've cultivated things like that before. I mean, not in relationships, but in previous friendships, previous work connections. I absolutely cultivated that, where I would volunteer for shit left and right, knowing damn well they can do it for themselves. And then finally, when I got tired of overdoing, they were upset. And that fueled this distorted narrative in my head that no one appreciates me. Everybody just wants to use me. No, girl, you started that shit. I'm talking to myself. I started that shit. And I told, no, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I started that shit. That's my own fault. Okay. Pisces, we have a habit of doing that. It's not that people only ever used you. They only want something from you. It's because, and this is what I had to realize for myself, it's because I don't value myself enough to recognize people will like me and love me by just being me. I don't have to purchase their affection and their appreciation, because that's what you're doing. When you provide a service, you're purchasing. It's an exchange. It's like you're bartering. Okay, I'm not enough as I am, so let me go ahead and do all of this for you so that way you can value me. Is that their fault? Some people are like that, where they need you to do all of that in order for them to have some sort of exchange with you. But most people aren't like that. Most people are not like that. They don't really have expectations. They kind of just begin to develop their expectations based on how your interactions go. It's based on that. Once I realized that for myself, I cleared enough of the bullshit away in order to allow true, genuine love and support to come in. So the very, very few little friends that I have right now, I don't need to do anything. They don't want nothing for, I'm like, yo, why do you keep trying to book a session? Why don't you just tell me and we'll talk and we'll do it? And they're like, no, I'm gonna book this. You don't need to book a session. But that's the point. I now have cleared the space for friends, people who truly love me, who aren't there because, well, if I'm good with her, then she'll do all this shit for me. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No more of that, Pisces. You have to allow yourself to blossom beyond that. You have to allow yourself to begin allowing other healthy people to come into your life and create and maintain a healthy environment for you. You don't need anyone to save yourself. You don't. You don't need someone to come and save you. You don't need um, you don't need to admit to yourself that you can't do this alone. Everyone can do this alone. It's a lot nicer to have people who love and respect you around as you do it, but it's not absolutely necessary. You are autonomous, okay? So if you begin allowing yourself to really look at the root causations of your behaviors, your chosen forms of coping, then you'll begin clearing away the distortions that have perpetuated this type of cycle, because it's a cycle. It's a cycle. Once you begin, once you allow yourself to continue in that cycle of, I have to overgive in order for someone to be here, then once that ends, you're already locked into that. Until you recognize you're locked into that, you're going to carry it with you in every relationship that you're in, every single one. Okay. Next is the Star card. So brightness, hope could bring excesses, so be careful not to become too greedy. There you go. Balance. It's about moderation, allowing yourself to recognize where you're messing up for yourself, where you're creating distortions and imbalance, and then moving forward as you correct it. When it says could bring excesses, so be careful to not become too greedy, the first thing that came to my mind, Pisces, when it comes to really attacking yourself and tearing yourself down, you become so greedy with that shit. It's like you just can't stop. Once you start tearing into yourself, the fucking masochist comes out with a ball gag mask, leather, and whips and paddle. Is like, Pisces, slow it down. You don't need to bring all that shit out. Just a simple acknowledgement. Yeah, I messed up. Okay, I won't do that again. I'll do something different for the next. You ain't got to do the full, like, I was going to say alligator. Alligator clips on the nipples. I don't know. See what I'm saying? Pisces, we take it too far. It's too far. Roll it back in. We cast out. We got to roll it back in. I used to go deep sea fishing as a kid. Okay, deep sea fishing. One time I got so into it. I was still small at this point. It wasn't deep sea fishing, it was at a pond. I got so into it because I saw a big ass catfish in that pond that when I cast my thing, I threw the whole thing. I threw the whole thing. And my mom was like, "What are you doing?" It was a big fish. I wasn't paying attention. Sometimes you have to see you are the big fish in your life. You don't need to get out of hand trying to catch yourself. You already have yourself. You are that fish, okay? I still remember my mom was cussing so hard. So the Lover's card, love affairs, romance building again within marriage, relationship, relatives, loving relationship you could share with a friend. And sometimes before you can tap into this knowing of a very loving, healthy exchange, you will be challenged, especially if you're accustomed to having connections with others that are very, very distorted. Okay? You can't see straight if you're used to seeing crooked. You really can't. Okay? So you're going to be challenged. You're going to be asked to kind of step out of your box. Shouldn't even be in a box. Fish don't belong in boxes. Only dead fish are put in boxes and cans. Let that shit sink in. Let that sink in. Okay? If you're I don't got the virus. If you are a Pisces and you're finding yourself needing to remind yourself to step out of the box often, just sit and think. Are you a sardine? Are you supposed to be crammed in a can? Because those sardines aren't alive, okay? They're dead. They're dead. They've ceased to stop growing. They ceased to thrive. They're dead. They're just contained and preserved, waiting to be consumed by something else. Is that what you are, Pisces? You just waiting to be consumed by something else? Are you a sardine? Sardines are pretty good if you saute it with fresh tomatoes, onions, and some tomato sauce. I'm just saying, I don't eat that shit, but I remember that from my childhood. I'm just saying, I wouldn't eat that shit now. It's nasty, but yeah, it would be good. All right, 10 of Pentacles, money, contentment. Wait. Yes, 10 of Pentacles, money, contentment, signing of money agreement. So here's the thing. Pentacles to me, yeah, they're coins, money, whatever. They're currency being energy. Okay. 10 of energy, contentment, signing of energy agreement. There is a love approaching and a new contract is being signed. Wow. All right. There's a new love approaching, possibly not a new love, possibly someone that went away, coming back, whatever it is. New energy contracts are being signed. For whatever reason, it seems like whoever this is someone that is gonna be assisting your growth, whether it be assisting as a friend, assisting as a lover, assisting as I don't know. Thank you, Louise. They're definitely assisting. They're assisting, and you need to allow it. You need to allow it. This is not necessarily about twin stuff, okay? Like I've said before, this could be a friend. It could be something romantic. It can be an opportunity for some of us to repair our devastating expectations of parental figures from our childhood. Okay, so it could be any of that. Let's go ahead and let's pull a Rumi card. I'm so I'm shoveling it like this. They weren't touching each other, so I figured I might as well let them fall. All right. Let me just, I can't shuffle. I don't know what's going on. I just can't shuffle right now. What we'll do, just do that. That's more comforting. I don't know what it is, you guys. I really can't shuffle. I'm suddenly like, all right. Oh, why did I pull out two? All right, I'll just give you guys the poetry of this. Card number 30, Whirling Goddess. Look at that. He's right there. Number 30. Whirling Goddess, lose your head. Not a single thread that has a head can go through the eye of the needle. Come, my love, are you dizzy yet? If you can still find your feet, then that is okay with me. But if you can still find your head, then I will take issue. There is a great dance, but it cannot be danced with choreographed steps. No, this great dance demands a response rather than initiation, a reaction rather than a direction. So let us dissemble and lose our heads to the great music, the rhythm held steady in our beating hearts. Our feet shall be moving while our mind, inadequate to the task, take the night off. Pisces, it's time to stop overthinking. It's time to stop creating stories in the absence of communication. It's time to stop that, okay? I did say that, didn't I, Nova? I was like, oh, that's good, Nova. You're a water bird. Allow your. I have such a shitty memory. Okay, card number 34, Layla. Put aside your clever schemes. O lover, be mindless, become mad. Dive into the heart of the flame. Become fearless, be like a moth. Turn away from the self and tear down the house. Then come and dwell in the house of love. Be a lover, live with lovers. Clean your chest from all hostility, wash it 7 times, then fill it with the wine of love. Be a chalice for love, be a chalice. You must be all love to be worthy of the beloved. When going to the gathering of drunks, be a drunk, become drunk. Your thought takes a course dragging you in its wake. Move beyond thought, let your heart lead, be the leader. When the grace of love is revealed, be a mirror to reflect it. When the beloved's hair is loosened, brush it like a comb. Be a comb. Thank you, Michelle. How I long for my thoughts to no longer make any sense to me. Then I can be rid of them like a noisy house guest who have overstayed their welcome. Oh, the peace when they finally go. Their incessant chatter brings me no comfort. I crave the silence of you. Will you let me hear it? Will you run through the noisy house of my mind with your great muddy feet so that I can focus on something other than my mind for a while? Maybe you can make such a mess that I shall give up my plans and attempts at order completely. Just give in for a change. It's time for that. To give up my ridiculous fantasies of perfection, useless, noisy, irritating, demanding, and yet deadening perfection. I'd rather just be alive. I want to plant my head in the earth in the same mud that sticks to your feet and breathe in her rich soil smell. I want to feel her heart beating in the quiet moments of the roots of the plants as they stretch and grab and stop my ears with her fertile dirt, finally gaining peace from the constant infernal racket of thoughts no longer wanted. So we talked about overthinking. We talked about clearing away that which no longer serves us. I think at this point, what Pisces needs to recognize is the monkey mind is but a naughty toddler that is keeping you distracted. It's keeping you from allowing yourself to really see the truth in front of you. And the truth is, the pathway is being cleared. Thank you, Boogie Oogie. The pathway is being cleared for a reason. Something is coming to you, something grand. Something grand. Are you ready for that kind of love? The kind of love that will help you to better climb to higher heights, dive into deeper depths. This is something that probably has been waiting for a while. It's been waiting for a while. mm, mm. It's a very beautiful thing that's coming. I don't know what it is. I really don't. I want to believe this is going to be different for everyone. And whatever this is for you, I really truly feel that it's going to be something that helps you level up tremendously, rise higher than you ever thought you could go, something that makes you realize there's been a glass ceiling this whole time, that you've been existing in a fishbowl. Pisces. Never allow yourself to shrink enough that you would fit in a bowl. Mm-mm. That needs to be said again. Never allow yourself to shrink enough that you can fit in a bowl. That's not what you're here for, Pisces. It's not. So allow yourself to expand consciousness, climb higher, dive deeper. Really, really allow yourself to once again find your center. Find your center and just enjoy yourself there. No one else has to be there. It could be just you, or you can have it full of the people that love you. Whatever really, really helps you to understand the gravity of you. Okay? So, this was a beautiful reading. This was really a beautiful reading. It makes me very hopeful for all of you. It really does. It makes me feel like the things that at one point you kind of wondered if you were just being punished, you didn't understand it. Why the hell is my life going this way? It's because this is the way to your truth. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, you guys, please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe. Turn on that notification bell. Join me every single time I'm live. Bye, guys.